Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. I am so excited to share this video today. Also, happy 2020. This is the first video in the new year and I'm excited to bring it to you guys. And I'm gonna get really honest in this because the holidays, friends, has not been easy. It has been rough and a roller coaster for me while on this keto self-love journey. So if you're here to listen for it, would love for you to stick around and let's get right into it. Now, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you will know that we had tons of company here over the last few months. And honestly, through Halloween and everything kind of through November, I did awesome when we had visitors. I did have a few things that I would eat, but then recovered really quick. Now, Thanksgiving comes around and guys, we're talking a different story. Now, the week before Thanksgiving, I did weigh 186 at my lowest and my family was coming into town. I have already made a more detailed video on Thanksgiving, so I'll make sure to link that to you guys. But if you don't know, I did kind of fall off the bandwagon. Like I said, I was at 186. I went up to the 194, I believe. And then the week they left, I went hardcore, friends. I was like, I am not kidding around. We have another set of family coming in the following week in December. And so I went right into intermittent fasting, 90 ounces of water and keto meals for the full week before they came. And I actually lost all that weight I had gained while my family was here. So again, going from 194 back down to 186 again. When the next group of people came, I had actually wanted to be a lot better and diligent. I wanted to go for walks, but honestly, friends, the weather got the best of me. It was getting really cold outside. There was no way we were gonna go for walks. That meant snacking and being inside. And it just made it really tough to maintain the weight loss. We were having gin and tonics. I did have diet tonic, which worked out great, but then we still had snacks with it. And honestly, I gained a lot more weight while eating less than what I had done the first time for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, I went all in. I ate whatever was presented in front of me because I had been restricted for quite some time and just wanted to let loose for once. And so that time, yes, I did gain weight, but I also lost it quickly. I did feel bloat, I did feel just uncomfortable and tired, but it really wasn't too bad, so I kept going. Now, again, the second time in December, I was being fairly good. However, I wasn't able to be as active, and yes, I did have a few treats here and there. And the weight piled on so quickly. I was honestly in shock and disappointed, but I wasn't gonna hold back while they were here. And so I just decided, as long as I don't go over 200, I will be okay. And I really meant it that time because I have said that to myself so many times. Don't go over this amount of weight. And then it happens anyways. But I was determined I wasn't even gonna get over 195. If that happened, I would go into having a super strict day. And we were right at that 193, 94 up through the time they left. Now, when they left, I knew I was gonna go intense and hardcore, even though it was the week before Christmas. So I decided to do the stupidest thing you can. And I had a total binge day. I ate a carton of ice cream. I ate, oh my God, potatoes, rice, whatever I could get in front of me. And then I tried to go back into dieting, and friends, it just wasn't working. It was the week before Christmas. I wasn't determined. I had had so much sugar over the last couple of weeks, but I just tried to be good up through Christmas Day. That was my goal. I knew Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I was gonna allow myself to splurge a bit, but not overdo it. Just if there was something I wanted, I was gonna taste it, and that was it. And then since then, from December 26th, I have been hardcore keto again, so 90 ounces of water, intermittent fasting, as well as following keto. But back to that here in a little bit. I wanna talk more about the symptoms that I felt and how it went overall with this up and down for basically a month. It was since the week before Thanksgiving up through Christmas. Now, as I had mentioned, with Thanksgiving, I had a bit of bloat. I just felt uncomfortable, but it wasn't too bad because I was still keeping active and didn't let it restrict myself too much. Now this second time around in December, I cannot even explain to you how awful I felt. I had extreme bloating. I had pimples everywhere in my face, especially right here, which I have learned is kind of sugar and chocolate related. So yes, I've definitely had a lot of that. I had nausea, I would get dizzy, I was uncomfortable, I had spotting, which actually since I started keto, my periods have gotten a lot more regulated. So I was so thrown off when I had spotting. I had heartburn. There was just not a good feeling at all. And this isn't even where I was trying to overdo eating. I was just not being keto. And so because of this, I actually ended up taking a pregnancy test because I was just in awe of how can I feel this bad? Like, I'm not kidding. These symptoms felt stronger than I was actually pregnant with my other 2 kids. And I'm one to feel the symptoms fairly quickly. So yes, I jumped on it, took the test, but it was negative. So clearly these carbs are having quite a bit of an effect on me. And I just decided enough is enough. It was Christmas Day that I took this test and I had just had enough. Nothing motivated me more than to get right back into it that following day and be healthy. I know people always talk about how good they feel on keto and that I have so much more energy, I sleep better, and yes, I will agree with some of those, but it was not until I went through this process over the last month that I realized how good I have been feeling compared to how I was before. I really needed to fall off track to go back to some of those old ways I was feeling, and it reminded me of that, to go, no, wait, this isn't what you want. You want to feel better, you want to be active, play with the kids without getting out of breath, without feeling lazy. And so it has just been so motivating over the last few days to get back into everything. So I want to share with you guys what my typical day looks like. And if you guys want to see what I eat in a day video, please make sure to like this video, comment below, and I will absolutely get on that. But my day to day, I get up around 6, that's when the kids wake up, we hang out downstairs and I make myself a cup of coffee. In my cup of coffee, I do have some heavy cream as well as some collagen. But I do tend to have 2 cups of coffee, and then I just drink water and maybe have a piece of gum up through noon or 1. Then between noon and 1 o'clock, I do tend to have a piece of rye bread with ham and cheese on it, maybe some butter, pistachios on the side, and some strawberries. I really try to keep it quite simple. It tends to be a slight variation of the same thing every day, just because it's something where I know I'm consistent, I know it's helped me with my weight loss, and I don't have to think too much about it, and it's super simple to make. And then for dinner, I tend to have whatever the family is having. So it may be spaghetti and meatballs, I'll make spaghetti for them, I'll have spaghetti squash, and then we of course share the meat and the sauce. So I always try to make something where we have a starch, vegetable, and then a meat, and I will eat the vegetable and the meat. So really, I don't make too many accommodations. I just avoid whatever starch we're having, whether it's potato or rice. And I have honestly gotten really good and comfortable with it as long as we have a good supporting vegetable. Now, when it comes to snacking, I really try to not snack between lunch and dinner. Now, post putting the kids down to sleep, I may have another cup of coffee or a dessert of some kind. And my favorite go-to dessert tends to be just chopped up strawberries, super fine, with Lily's chocolate chips and some heavy cream on top with a little bit of keto-friendly sweetener. I mix it all together and it is creamy, sweet, delicious chocolate. It is just everything that I need to kind of reward myself for the day and how good I've eaten. So if I haven't been good, I won't allow myself to have that dessert, but I tend to do pretty well. As for exercise right now, there is nothing that I'm actively doing. However, on January 6th, I am going to be doing a step bet and my first diet bet. I am super nervous. I will bring you guys along the journey, but it is just a great way for me to start the year. Step bets I've done before where you are required to walk a certain amount of steps per day, and then at the end you win money if you completed it. And then also the diet bet, which I have not done and I'm terrified of, but we will make it work. It's gonna motivate me to just eat better consistently. And that is where you weigh in the beginning of the process, weigh in at the end. And if you have lost a certain percentage of your weight, then you go ahead and win some funds. So I'm super excited to get going with that. Also in February, I'm looking to be more fitness motivated on my own, and we'll definitely add that into my bullet journal, and super excited to share that with you guys as well. Also, I have a lot of goals that I have set up for 2020. If you're into bullet journaling, I highly recommend that you check out that video. I'm super proud of how that's gotten set up and just has my year started off the right way. With this being said, friends, I would love to hear your story. If you're on a journey starting here at the new year, we can be support systems for each other, and I cannot wait to see how you do and how well I do. This is my year of self-love and growth, and I want to bring you along the journey. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to this video, as I will have new ones coming up to you every Friday, and I will see you guys next week.